Welcome everybody to Alchemy and Oracles Live. I'm Bree Dellerson, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. And as soon as I started with the sounds, the birds started flying in and sitting on the fence. I love to see how nature responds when I play the bowls and when I'm guiding. It's just such a beautiful feeling of connection and oneness that I have at those moments. And yeah, it's really amazing. Even the artificial sounds, maybe the train across the way, or the traffic and stuff, and the dogs barking. Everything is exactly as it needs to be in a session, and nothing is ever disruptive. It's just a reflection. And usually when it's the dogs, there's some sort of tense energy in the field, and they break it up, and then once it dissipates, everyone chills out. So it's really interesting. So notice how that is in your own life. Notice how the sounds and what appears and unfolds is a reflection of maybe how you're feeling or how you're thinking, and see if there's a correlation there for yourself. And when you change your state, notice if the outer world reflects that. One of the examples that's coming to mind right now is when I was teaching in the Montessori classroom in my previous life. And that really taught me how to be accountable for my own energy and what I bring into the classroom. Because if I were stressed, or my energy was higher than normal, then the kids were going to definitely mirror that back. And children and animals are some of the clearest mirrors for our lives. And so when I was able to really begin to hone my ability to keep my energy at a particular level, or even drop down underneath the energy of the kids in the room, they would drop down to meet me. So it was like it took this maybe cacophony of noise and of children, and it just all came down into this really beautiful, deep coherence, and this buzz of busyness that kids have when they're really immersed in activities and creativity and imagination and learning. And it was such a beautiful experience for me to witness, and how the children responded to me, and how my kids, my animals, respond to me, and how nature responds, and how life responds. So just notice how that is in your life, and yeah, just explore that. So yes, so I'm Bree Dellerson. I am a licensed acupuncturist, sound healer, and clairvoyant. And I have been doing this work in one form or another for over 22 years, helping people awaken the healing intelligence of their body-mind using sound, sonic acupuncture, vibrational tools, and my ability to quickly assess where the imbalance is in the field to bring you back to states of harmony and health and flow and ease. And really, I'm here to help you shift out of pain, whatever that pain is, at whatever level it manifests. And so really harmonizing those stagnations in your vital life force and how it flows through you to create harmony and flow and vibrational health. And yeah, so I was tapping into the session today, and it really felt like I'm really curious as to what the messages that the sounds are going to bring for us. One of the things that I do use sounds for is a remote viewing tool And it helps me not only diagnose what's in the field, but harmonize it at the same time. And for those of you who have been with me for a while, I use drawing for that. So if you'd like to catch me using drawings for remote viewing and assessing what's in the field, then I invite you to come to my upcoming Sonic Acupuncture class and session, which is on June 10th. The link is in the description for you to register. And it's been really fantastic to be able to offer this under the Double the Love Foundation's nonprofit online community clinic, and really seeing the results that people are getting. I have a client who's been using it as a remedy to help him get out of anxiety, and he's going through some stressful things. I have clients who have been experiencing pain for over 30 years, and after that first session, he was in no pain and was able to sleep through the night. And so, people came for one reason and they were experiencing something else. There was a client who was coming just to feel, de-stress, and then her knee pain went away. People's busy minds are calming down. And so there's so much that happens within that container that is available to you that benefits not only your health, but the well-being of others, because all of your contributions actually go back directly into the nonprofit and support another person's well-being. And so, it's like you're sponsoring someone else at the same time of taking care of yourself. And that space is so precious to me. And the more that I'm with it, and the more that I'm the steward of that container, it's a place where everyone receives, everyone wins, everyone walks away getting what they need and finding that harmony again. So I do hope you'll join us to get to experience it. And if you have experienced it, I look forward to seeing you again. It's a wonderful geometry of people who come together for healing and for peace and for harmony. So it's really beautiful and precious to me. Okay, the sounds are now screaming, so they're like, it's time to go in. Beautiful. Okay, let's start here today. I think you want to start. Okay, so joy is the theme. Joy is the theme. It just popped right in. Joy is the theme. Joy is a theme. And so for some of you, what I'm seeing is really this joy is kind of like a little bit further outside of your present reality than you would like. It's like you have a memory of it, and you have times where you've connected with it. You're not really able to connect with it right now. There's almost like this haziness or this fogginess. There's a barrier between you and your joy, and that barrier is sadness and grief. So a few weeks ago, I did a session. You can check it out on the YouTube channel, my Alchemy and Oracles channel, about the energy of loss and grief. So it seems like there's still some of that showing up in the field here. And, sometimes these heavier emotions or other emotions can obscure your connection to joy. But one of the things that I've learned through my own grieving process is it's never just all encompassing. There were moments where I could, laugh with my friends and my family and my dear ones, and then have a memory of the one who's no longer with us, and that would bring me joy. And then it was this kind of oscillation between, that love and that grief. There we go. That's starting to part the ways, right? So, and that's just the way of this world. We are a dualistic world, and I'm seeing the yin-yang symbol. It's never just one thing. Even within the darkness, the light is contained. Even within the light contains the darkness. It's never all-encompassing. So where is that seed of the other within what you're experiencing? So you're experiencing grief and sadness. Where is the seed of joy that resides within each molecule of that emotion? That's another great book if you haven't read it. Candace Pert, Molecules of Emotion. So there's an interesting thing here. It's like there was this opening to your joy, and then it kind of got a little more obscure again. And there's a part of you that's holding on to this grief, or a part of you that's holding on to this sadness, a part of you that's holding on to this pain. It's like if you let that go, then somehow you don't love enough. Like you need to grieve because that grief is equivalent to the love that you carry. But that's a false belief. It's not true. You can love just as much or even more beyond grief. Grief is not a barometer for how much you love somebody. Okay, there we go. Got a nice opening there. But there's a belief here that you have to suffer. There's a belief that you have to suffer. I don't know now if this is about the same pattern of loss and grief that we're talking about, but there is a pattern here of your belief that you have to suffer, and that belief in your suffering is keeping you from experiencing joy. Now, all of these states are always available to you at any moment in time. Everything is now. It's just where you are tuning into, where are you giving the most attention? Because where your attention goes, energy goes, and that's where you start to feed. So are you feeding this? And what part of you is feeding this? What part of you is feeding this desire, this underlying belief of feeling that you deserve to suffer? What is the part of you is feeling that you need to grieve? Because if you move past grief, or if you don't hold on to this grief, then you no longer love. What part of you believes that? What part of you believes that? Now, when I work privately with clients, there's a way that we can actually really unravel and go into depth in what that is. It's quite powerful when we do that together. Okay, but for now, I just invite you just to feel into the parts of you that maybe are holding on to this reality of I deserve to suffer. I need to grieve. If I'm not grieving, if I let go of my grief, then I do not love them enough. Now, grief has its own timetable, okay? We all grieve in unique ways. Like what I was talking about earlier, the sounds are all aligned with the energy, and there's a lot of stuff coming up here. Okay, so we all grieve in unique ways that are particular to us. But where I would bring your attention is: are you staying there? Are you keeping yourself there, or are you letting it move through? So a lot of times these emotions, let's just call it a vibration. Let's just take the labels away. There's a vibration that is, let's say, it's coming towards you like a wave, right? And what happens is it doesn't pass through. The wave doesn't go through all the way. It gets stuck. And you kind of are like Velcro for some of these vibrations. And so these vibrations don't have the chance to have their full expression. And so we stay in that. We repeat these patterns, we repeat these cycles. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Right. So what one of the intentions that I have when I work with you and my private clients and whatever I'm doing is to help this vibration, this energy move, because where it gets stuck is where it causes pain and disharmony, dis-ease, imbalance in all aspects of your life, not just your physical health, your emotional well-being, your financial well-being, your relationships. It can manifest, in a myriad of ways for you. So let's just quickly close our eyes. Let's take a breath into the center of the heart. And notice how your body is breathing. Okay. So let's just take a, there you go. Beautiful. Okay. So now, just bring to mind whatever the emotion is that you're maybe struggling with. Maybe it's a feeling, it's not feeling light, it might be feeling heavy, and there's an emotion entangled in there, whatever it is. Just notice whatever it is that's challenging you right now and bring that to mind, and notice how you're breathing in and out of the heart from here. Notice what happens to the body. Right? So what I'm feeling from you guys, there's a lot of energy actually stuck in the throat. But wherever you feel it in your body, just place your hand there. It's like a suppressed cry or even like a silent scream that's not able to come out. There's something that needs to be expressed that's stuck. Okay. So just place your hand wherever you're feeling that your body is holding that particular sensation of the challenging emotion or feeling that you're having. Beautiful. Okay, now let that go. Let's take another breath into the center of the heart. And let's bring to mind something that brings you joy or something you would love to do, whatever that is. It could be a memory, or it could be something, you would love to see yourself doing or having. There you go. Okay. Now notice how that immediately shifted in your body, and where in your body do you feel that sensation of that experience or that emotion, and put your hand there. Okay. Now the other one, is it still there? Yeah, but see how we shifted it because our attention went to something else. Now these higher vibrations are very powerful in an energetic way, because what that does is it entrains the lower ones. So it brings those lower vibrations into harmony and into sync with the higher vibration. So one of the simplest ways that you can shift out of these challenging feelings and states is to think of something that brings you joy, or imagine something you would love to do. Okay. Like for me, all I have to do is think of Muji and Lilu and instant joy. So what is that for you? What brings you that instant joy? Maybe it's just walking barefoot on the grass, or floating on the water, or maybe just reading and curling up with a good book. Maybe it's being with your loved ones. Whatever that, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, now notice how you feel here, that you're connected with that feeling. Sometimes it takes a little while, it's like turning the engine on and the engine's been cold. It might take a little while for you to heat up, but once you've connected with that feeling, you know. There you go. Beautiful. Now, stay connected to that feeling, and then bring your hand to the first part of the body where we were connected with before, the part that was holding the challenging feeling. There you go. And all you're going to do is, like a telephone wire, you're going to transmit the information from the joyful place to the one that needs more joy. And you're just going to send that. You're going to invite your body to send it. There you go. You're going to make that connection. There's a lot of clearing and cleansing happening just with this simple process, right? Just keep connected there until you feel that joy in both hands, the joy in both hands, are balanced and equal. My bowl is a little bit further away. Let me move her closer. She really helps make space. There we go. There we go. So this is a really beautiful way to hook up a higher vibrational state with a lower one. Lower is not worse or better. It's just I'm using them arbitrarily to describe a difference in vibrational states. And in this case, we're talking about lower vibrations that impede health and harmony, that impede your vital life force, and that create pain. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And what I'm seeing now is this powerful channel of light just beaming up through that central channel, which I love to see, moving from the root through the crown. So keep doing that. Notice how your body is continuing to just kind of reshape itself. You're shape-shifting your vibrational state when we're doing this. Beautiful. And now, once those are connected, then invite that energy to move through the rest of your body wherever it's needed. Maybe your knee needs it. Maybe, your low back needs it. Wherever your body is lacking joy and needing joy, allow that energy, that light, that vibration to just make its way like a tributary, rivers, We have these rivers of energy through the body, right? The meridians. So we're now sending the river of joy throughout. Beautiful. So what I was seeing originally is this beautiful column of light going through your central channel. Now you're emitting and radiating this beautiful glow, this beautiful aura of light as well as you're doing that. Let's just do this for another minute or so together. Let me bring this in front of me so it's a little easier. Okay, as you continue to send joy anywhere your body needs it. Beautiful. And as you're radiating this light of joy, bring to mind anyone else that you feel that could benefit from this. Maybe it's the animal world, maybe it's your loved ones, maybe it's someone who needs a little bit extra light right now. Whoever you feel needs a little bit extra light. There's more than enough to go around. You are now tapped into this infinite source of joy, this infinite source of vitality, this infinite source of health, right? And so now you can just broadcast that to them through the center of the heart, radiating that love and joy and health and prosperity and freedom, whatever. We don't even need to define it. All we need to do is just intend it to go to that destination. There you go. Beautiful. And now what I'm seeing is all these other people and plants and animals lighting up as well. This is how we have an influence vibrationally on the world around us. This is how you can have a global impact. So if you just spent, 10 minutes a day just doing this could be a prayer, or however you connect with it. But what did we do first? We sent ourselves that energy first. We put that oxygen mask, that joy mask on first. And then we sent it to others. So now when I look at what was once obscured from joy, it's now all this beautiful, diffuse light of joy. And now I just invite you to notice how this unfolds for you throughout the day. And if you feel your energy maybe dropping or changing or getting more dense, or something happens and it takes you out of it, you can review this session if you'd like, or just bring it to mind and quickly connect again to that feeling. First, feel the thing maybe that doesn't feel so good. Where in the body is it? Connect with something that brings you joy. Where in the body is it? And then broadcast, transmit, connect the joy to the part that needs it. Once that's connected, allow it to just send those rivers of joy throughout your body and then beyond into the world around you. And if you do this every day, I promise you, your world will change. Your world will change. Your world will change. Right? So you are that powerful. Okay, dear ones. And I just want to say that I posted my monthly newsletter. I actually do a weekly newsletter, but at the beginning of each month, I do messages for each month. So I just posted June's messages, and it really was all about joy. So if you're not on my email list, I invite you to get on that, because I share messages in a lot of different platforms, and this is just one of them. Okay, so if you want to stay attuned to the messages for each week, for the messages for each month, it's a free newsletter. I will put that link in the description as well for you to subscribe to and, receive what you need from that. All of the things that I do are really there to help you harmonize your vibration, raise your vibration, feel connected to your heart and your highest self, and shine your light. The more of us that shine, the more we can show the way for others, and it's easier for others, just like we did broadcasting that joy out into the world. It's easier for others to attain those states themselves. And there's nothing that we need to do. I mean, I see it in my life time and time again, just from my own personal experience, not just experiences I hear from my clients, but from my own life. When I make these shifts within myself, the things that happen in my world, I could never imagine. And the only thing that I can attribute it to is the work that I have done in here. Okay? And I experience this on a regular basis. And I know you know that this is real. And sometimes we get stuck on how to do that, and I'm here to help you get unstuck and free yourself from that pain and connect you with the powerful being that you really are. You really are, and you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. And it's time for us to step into that fully, because the world needs us, life needs us, and beyond. And you know what I mean. But in the meantime, I hope to see you next Tuesday live and at the next Sonic Acupuncture session. And and I hope to see you on my newsletter. That would be wonderful. So let's stay connected, and thank you for coming together to harmonize the nature of oneself. Blessings.